Hello, welcome to our first step-by-step tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can start with the scan data and how you can make your first reverse engineering in QuickSurface and end up with a useful CAD model. I'll go quickly through the different features, but for every features in details you can refer to our other tutorials. So let's begin. I'll just go to File and click on the new document. A bit of introduction. What we see on the screen, this is the main toolbar with a lot of commands that you will be using in your reverse engineering process. And on the top we have a main menu. All the commands from the toolbar you can find also in the menu. On the left side is the history tree where all the features that you create will be listed here, and it's because it's parametric modeler, they will be saved in the disk for further editing. Let's begin by clicking on Help, Example Files, and we choose this basic part. This part comes with the installer, so you should be able to load it and repeat my steps. This is the main scene where we can navigate and rotate the objects and do different actions. What you can see on the top right is what we call the navigation cube. This allows you to place the view into a different orientation just by clicking on the cube, or if you want to see it on different sides, you can just click on the arrows. Also here you can just use the listed commands that will place the view on the different orientations. The last thing I wanted to explain is what is called coordinate system. This is the world coordinate system that is defined. It has an origin and it has axis X, Y, and Z that you can see the colors from the cube. Red is for X, green Y, and Z is blue. How do we manipulate our objects on the screen? First thing is we just can zoom. The zoom happens with the mouse wheel. You can just use your mouse wheel to zoom in. As you can see, the zooming works so it zooms to where your mouse is located. If you want to rotate, just hold the middle mouse button and start moving it on the screen, and you can see that the object is rotated. You can also use the control with middle mouse button to translate your object. Now we are ready to start our step for reverse engineering. It's fundamental that the first thing that you need to do is to align your object. Aligning your object means that it needs to be placed correctly into the world coordinate system. For example, this plane needs to be at the bottom. I would like this cylinder to be my z-axis. Let's try to do this. I will just hide the coordinate system for now, and I will just zoom my object. I'm going to extract primitives. The primitives are elements in the CAD packages that define different shapes like a plane, cylinder, cones, and spheres. We're using them to extract the information such as how it should lie on the XY plane, or to get an axis of the cylinder, and so on. Before you begin, you make sure that you have the value here of 2, and then I just rotate with the middle mouse button and click somewhere here. The software automatically will select these triangles, and then you can just pick the option which is called Fit Plane. We created this plane, and we can press Create and Stay. This means that the plane will be created as a feature, but I can continue to extract a few more primitives. I'll just rotate and click somewhere here. The main idea is so I can get the cylinder from the scan data. The software automatically will fit, and you can see that it's constrained. This means that it automatically will make the cylinder perpendicular to my first plane. You have an option here if you want to create this as a solid or just as a surface. I'll leave it as it is. I will press Create. Now I need to create my last plane. I can always go back to Extract Primitives, and I will click on this side. In this case, I will just create my second plane, you can see on the screen, and press create. These primitives are enough for me to align the object. I'm going to use the command which is called align by coordinate system, which is located into the align toolbar. Click on align and select align by coordinate system. You need to pick 3 features now. Make sure you follow my clicks. So first you need to pick this plane, then you click on the cylinder. You see that this will be z-axis. I click on this flip command. That means that it will make the axis going upward from the base plane. And the last thing, I will click on the plane number 2. In this case, I also will click on the flip button to get the Y direction here. So you can see that it's fully defined, and I can press apply. Now I can put this view into the standard coordinate system view, and you can see that now my object is aligned the way I want it to be. I don't need these primitives for now. I will hide them. We are ready to start our reverse engineering because our object is properly aligned. The first step I need to do is to create the main body. I'm going to use the command which is called 2D sketch. And in this case, I want that I'm going to do a revolved surface, and click on the revolved surface button. By default, it starts using the z-axis. You can just rotate this a little bit more, somewhere here, 45 degrees. Just visually, you don't need to be precise, and you can move the cross sections using the arrow, or you can just pick the plane and just move it like this. So this is around 330 degrees. I just press apply, and I will just create my first sketch here. What I'm going to do now, will hide the coordinate system so you can see better. Because it's created for the revolved surface, the software automatically created my construction plane that I can be able to use it for the revolve. Now I'm going to use the command which is called select points to fit primitives. Make sure that the instant fit is switched on. You can adjust the size of the brush size to be convenient for you when you brush on the screen. I'll be extracting my lines by holding the left mouse button and brush over the point. And when I lift the button, you'll see that it's automatically extracted in the best possible way. For this demonstration, make sure that autofill is turned off. So you just extract the main lines here. I zoom in and brush over here to extract these lines. Hold the left mouse button and brush over to get some points. And I'll just brush here. And I'll brush over these points to define this line. Please do not extract the line here because this is misleading. This is not part of the revolved surface, and you will see why. Now I'm going back to my sketch. The next would be, I will select the option corner trim, and we'll start painting over the corners which are close enough. This will make them intersecting, something like this. Now I'm not going to close this for now, and I'll go back. The next step would be, I start dragging my point and I'll put it into the origin. So you can see this snapping point will be on. If you accidentally move, you see that this guiding black line shows you where the original line was, so you can always snap. And also I'm trying to move it to the white point to make sure that this will create a closed solid. Now I'm ready with my first sketch. What I'm going to do is we'll pick this and create revolve and press OK. This is my first big solid body. We'll go on the features tree and we'll hide the sketch. Let's bring back the scan data, they look like this, and we'll hide my solid body for now. Next step will be, I already extracted this plane, if you remember. I used it for the alignment, but it's still here. Show the revolved surface. Now, you can use the mouse just by dragging to select everything, or click on the side, it will deselect, or you can use Control key or the Control, click on the plane, and then click on the solid body. You will see a prompt here that helps you to do the next action, and what we need to do is the trim command. If you don't see it here, you can always access it from the toolbar. Let's press the trim button, and you see that the software automatically will intersect the two bodies. I'm going to click on the shape that I want to remove, for example this one, I don't need it. And for the plane, I'm clicking somewhere here to remove the excess of this shape. You should see that this creates a solid body. When you're ready, you can press OK. So we created our first main body here, but we still need a little bit more to complete our project. What I'm going to do now is, again, select extract primitives. With the same value of 2 degrees, I will click here. We'll create a best fit plane. And the good thing is that it automatically will be constrained to the underlying XY plane for the best accuracy. Then I can just press create. In this case, I will just pick the plane, and you have an option to start creating a 2D sketch from this button, or you can access it from the main toolbar. This is your cross section here. I will start dragging somewhere in the middle to extract this shape that it's needed for me. I will press create. What we see on the screen is this shape, but we want to extract only this. I'm going again to fit my primitives. Now, what you need to do is use our slot extraction, press on the slot, and brush the points that are part of this slot. Software automatically will fit a slot for you. Then you go back. Because we'll be using Boolean operations, I need to pick this point, start dragging it to make it bigger than the object. Press OK. The next step would be to create our extrusion. I'll just click on it, and you can create extruded command from the on screen, or you can go to construct extruded. I need to start dragging my top plane a little bit more, so you can see it's out of the shape. And now I need to drag this to my defining plane. I'm going to select the snapping mode. When this snapping mode is enabled, when you drag, it automatically will pick this plane and make sure that it's exactly on the plane, or if it's not, you can freely move because it doesn't snap to anything. In this case, make sure that you see this blue dot under my cursor. This is for sure that now my extrusion is exactly to my starting plane. And you can press OK. I don't need the plane at the moment, and will show my last body that I created earlier. Now you just click on the body, the main body here, and you'll be able to use the cut from selected solid command. If you don't see this menu, you can go to trim, click on the arrow, and then you select cut from selected solid, or you can go to cut and select the option cut from selected solid. Now you need to click on the solids that will be used to remove material from the selected solid, and I just click somewhere here. You can press OK. As you can see, we successfully created our first basic part in QuickSurface. You can refer to all the tutorials for more advanced learning and check other courses that we will provide. Thank you for watching.